Moving on now, External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar said that it was imperative to call out terrorism publicly when it is supported by a state against a neighbor and is fueled by the bigotry of extremism. The statement was made with a strong reference to Pakistan's cross-border terrorism against India. The External Affairs Minister highlighted the UN condemnation on the Pahalgam terror attack and said that the UN had called for the perpetrators to be brought to justice, and it has been seen since. Jaishankar, who was on a 3-day visit to the US, made the remarks while inaugurating an exhibition titled The Human Cost of Terrorism at the UN Headquarters. The exhibition there, which will be on display at 2 locations in the UN headquarters from the 30th of June to the 3rd of July and 7th of July to the 11th of July, opened a day before Pakistan begins its presidency of the UN Security Council for July on Tuesday.
Terrorism is one of the gravest threats to humanity. It is the antithesis of everything that the UN stands for: human rights, rules and norms, and how nations should conduct their dealings with each other. When terrorism is supported by a state against a neighbor, when it is fueled by the bigotry of extremism, when it drives a whole host of illegal activities, it is imperative to call it out publicly. And one way of doing so is to display the havoc that it has wreaked on global society. 5 weeks ago, the United Nations Security Council issued a strong condemnation of a particularly horrific act of terrorism in Pahalgam. It demanded that its perpetrators be held accountable and brought to justice. We have since seen that happen. What that response underlines is a larger significance of the message of zero tolerance for terrorism. The world must come together on some basic concepts: no impunity to terrorists, no treating them as proxies, and no yielding to nuclear blackmail. Any state sponsorship must be exposed and must be countered. By now, we know well that terrorism anywhere is a threat to peace everywhere. Let that understanding guide our collective thinking and response. This exhibition is a fitting reminder of the challenge before us.